All right, I need you to be a little quiet for a little bit. Just a short, brief period. It ain't gonna happen. So, do you have a kid that might possibly be blind, or maybe you don't even know if he's not blind? Or is your toddler not hitting certain milestones that a normal kid would be hitting at a year old or 18 months old, like rolling over, sitting, crawling, trying to stand up, any of that? Or does your child have an issue with spit ups that they can't control and it's taking a very large toll on you? I could actually keep going and going and going because all of these things are stuff that my son Emmett has going on. Everything I just said, he has all that going on and more. Speaking of,
Calm down. Calm down. Hey, shh.
he just made an attempt right now to spit up. Not really, but kind of. I could hear it coming. If you heard that, you could probably hear it coming too. So the purpose of this video is to introduce you to us. I'm Aaron, and my son is Emmett, and he has a whole host of problems going on because of certain things that happened at birth, obviously. Here's Mr. Emmett.
What are you doing? Really?
Even though he has all of the things that he has going on, he is the happiest baby in the world, which is absolutely excellent considering it could be so much worse. And I'm sure for some of you, it probably is a lot worse. But basically, to anyone who is interested in my channel, I'm Aaron. That was Emmett. This channel is going to be about basically what I go through on a daily, not really daily basis, but on a regular basis, and basically just show that you are not alone if you have a kid that has certain issues similar to what Emmett has. He's very special. He has a lot going on, and I don't care if it's your first kid or your fifth kid or whatever. If you have a child with any of these types of issues, it's a massive undertaking, to say the least. And if you're in the situation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is so difficult raising a child, especially if you have their therapies and all the equipment that they require on a regular basis that you have to use and you have to practice with to make sure that, you know, his muscles and joints and everything are working like they're supposed to, because obviously with him at his age he should be running around the house causing, you know, destruction basically, but he can't because of all the things he has going on. To just give you a brief on him, I have it wrote out, but it's hard to remember because there's so much stuff. So basically, he's a surviving twin. He was born about 3 months premature. He had grade 4 hydrocephalus, which if you don't know what that is, it's just a brain bleed on either side of the brain, and that led to the placement of a shunt, which led to a long ways down the line, a few months down the line, a shunt infection, which we think caused his spit up issue. But after the shunt infection, he got a new shunt placed on the other side of his head. So now that's all good, that's clear. But another thing while he was in the NICU was he had a small hole in his intestine. So that had to be fixed, and he has a G-tube because of that, which is basically just a feeding tube that goes into his belly. Now, since he has a spit-up issue, we have to feed him almost all of his food through his belly to make sure that he doesn't miss out on, you know, his essential nutrients that he needs every day. That's another thing. Because of the grade 4 hydrocephalus, he has cerebral palsy, which the doctors basically said is a given considering having the brain bleed. So I don't really know how I feel about that statement for coming from doctors, because we've seen in the past kids that have had, you know, brain bleeds, but they're fine and they can move everything fine. He can move everything, but like for example, his right hand is always in a fist and his left hand is the one that does everything. That's just one example. Majority of other things move pretty well though. His legs, he's always running and kicking his legs, so that's positive. And there's tons of other things that have occurred in between this time frame that I could definitely get into, but I feel like for this video, I just want to keep it brief, give you a little introduction to us and what this channel is going to be about, which is I just want to reach more people and help anybody who might have a child that has similar things going on. Because I know at the beginning, it felt like we were totally alone and we were the only ones dealing with this. And I know that there's other people out there that have kids like this. It would have just been nice to be able to reach out to somebody and ask questions about certain things that were going on at the beginning, especially. Like, hey, was your kid doing this when they spit up and what did you do about it? Or stuff like that. There's tons of things. So I just want to reach people, and if I reach people with kids that have similar issues, ask any questions you might have, and I will do my best to get back to you, answer with what my experiences are, and hopefully help out as many people as possible. That's what this channel is going to be about. Hope you enjoy the channel. If you're interested in something like this, please subscribe, because this is what the content's going to be about. Hopefully it helps somebody else out. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the channel.